Hello, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your HKJ. No, we'll start again because we do not do that. Hello, everyone, this is your HKJ, and in this video, we're gonna talk about how to handle kind of like peer pressure and how to work accordingly in that. So, basically, there was like one person who commented on my YouTube video, my previous YouTube video, and he gave me a suggestion if I should make a video on this because people really struggle with these kind of things when they come into college and when they come into like this different kind of like environment. So I will try to make some valid points so that you can understand it well and I can convey it well, and so that it can like help you in any case or something like that. Before I start this video, so as I was saying, that before I start this video, I just want to make this one thing very very clear, that wherever you are, whatever you get influenced by, I'm not saying getting influenced is a bad thing, but getting influenced by the right kind of people and the right kind of things and situations is really necessary. So whatever you come across in any terms, in your school, in your college, in any perspective situation that you are currently in or that you will be in the future, do not forget to use your brain. And it's okay to not be like everybody else. It's okay to not be considered cool like everyone else. Because I really don't like the fact that the people who drink and smoke are considered cool, and the people who like peace, solitude, and meditation, they're seen as like outdated. So, with that, I'm gonna start with the first point that said I already said this one thing is use your brain. Do not forget to use your brain in any situation. So I'm just gonna start with this one example, okay? Let's just say that I'm just in a very cool kind of group that the college and the school considered very cool and they're just like very edgy and something like that. And they tell me to do something very specific, something else that I usually do not do. And I'm just like, maybe they're saying this, so maybe this is cool, so maybe this is right. Whatever the other person say will or may not be right. Let's just say that they tell me to like scream out totally in a restaurant, in a hotel. It's like it's cool because we don't care about everybody else. Will you do that? Use your brain for a second. You will be crazy. It's really out of moral. It's really so unnecessary that you don't need to do this. So it's a very weird example, but I really wanted to give you one example just to use your own brain and just distinguish and differentiate between what is right and what is wrong. Maybe they tell you to like click your picture, pose out like nobody's watching. That's great. But if somebody tells you to like do the weirdest shit and you're just like, I don't think I should do this or not, but you're like, maybe they're saying this, so maybe I will be cool, maybe I will be influenced by them. No, use your brain at all the times, because some people are really creep different and they really have different values. Number second, understand that we all come from different family backgrounds. This is not something to be ashamed of. This is not something you should be taking a really toll on your image or personality, whatever you had in school, college, or anybody or anywhere that you are. Just understand that everybody comes from different family background. Everybody has different morals, different ethics, and you do not need to blend always with them. It's nice to have, appreciation and respect for that kind of person that comes or that is like basically different from you, but you need to understand that there are some things and there are in some situations that you cannot mend with in them. Now, I'm just going to explain it with another example that will basically be like financially, okay? Just as I said, everybody comes from a different background, and everybody in college, everybody in school will not be as mediocre like you, as rich as you, or maybe as super rich as you. So remember that and do not try to like blend in with them just to be looking out like, oh, I spend so much money, I have money. It's okay if you do not have money, you're just studying. You really do not need to prove something, and maybe your parents can provide you for that kind of like, maybe your parents can afford something that is like super rich for you, and you just need to be matching that level of energy with that kind of friend that is super rich. And you're just like, Mom, can I have this? Mom, can I have this? Just because I want to do this, I want to do this, and I want to be as similar as that kind of person that I'm going out with. So the main problem here is it really doesn't matter if your parents can afford it or not. If you're pressurizing them to get it or get something for you, it's still wrong. So if you're going out with your super, super rich friend, or maybe a mediocre friend, or maybe whatever kind of friend that you have, and you go out to this like really expensive restaurant and you don't have the money and you feel ashamed, but you're still like, Mom, I'm going to this restaurant with my friend that is like super, super, I'm just repeating this word a lot, but super expensive, but I really want to go. Once in a while, I guess your parents can afford that. It's okay. But just like, just to have, just to be in that friend group and just to be with that friend, you're basically digging the hole a little bit more deeper than it usually is. That can create problems for you. I mean, basically, I just want to say that it's okay if you do not really match with them. It doesn't really make you less or more of a like weird person. It doesn't have to be that uncomfortable. For example, if I'm going out with my friend and I really don't have the money, I'm just like, I'm upfront about it. And even if I have the money but my other friend is not, I'm just like, is it suitable for you? Is it comfortable for you? Can we go there? So that basically makes me come to the third point. Have that friend who genuinely understands you. And by that means genuinely understands you, I mean that when I say like, no, I cannot really afford that, I'm just kind of like short on money, I'm basically a little bit broke right now, maybe next month, but they're like pushing you, no, you should really go, you should ask your friends or parents for more money or just to do something else. That's really bad also. Don't do this. Don't really do this. It's okay. If you can't, I'm just not saying this that you are very poor and you cannot afford shit. I'm not saying that. Do not take me wrong. I'm just saying that it's okay to have differences, but you really don't need to push yourself and the persons that are connected to you just to like fit in with a certain kind of people. That is okay if you have your differences. So friends that understands you, who pushes you to do better. That kind of friends that I have. That kind of friends that you need. If I tell my friend that, oh no, I'm not feeling really confident about my YouTube, I'm really thinking about what other people have to say about me, and they say like, shut up, bitch. Do not think about that because you really are doing something great and something for your own good, and you're not hurting anybody. So go with it and go through it, grow through it. That kind of friends that you need. The second response can be like, yeah, you should quit that. Do you think they are your friends? They are telling you to do something? No, babes, no. Fourth point, if you're recently into college, if you recently come to this like very high school kind of life, or recently into, this new college experience or something that is kind of like you come out in a different place. The friends you meet at first sight maybe can be your true love, or maybe can be your true trauma. Okay, so let me explain this one thing because I'm really very experienced about it. First thing first is that when you come into college, you meet friends based on what's your sitting position on the first day, what kind of people that you met on the first day, what kind of roommates that you have on the first day. So you basically just, you have no other option. You really do not even scroll down. You just accept what it is like around you. You don't know that they suit with you, that they vibe with you. You generally accept them as it is. And sometimes they do not really vibe with you, they do not really go along with you, but sometimes you are just like forced to be with them. Not in a bad way, but sometimes in a good way also. That doesn't make them a bad person, and that doesn't make you a bad person. This is basically a dissimilarity. And when as the year grow by and you grow by and you get to know about other people, and then you're like, no, I really vibe with her more as compared to her. So the friends that you meet, everybody that you meet on a first impression will not be their true self. Let's be honest. The true self will be revealed after some amount of time, basically say less than a year or maybe after a year. So don't think that whatever the person that you're seeing on the first day of your college or the first month of your college is exactly what you want to be with. Take your time. There are so many people. It's good that you find your day one, and it's also okay if you do not find your day one and it takes the time to find your good friend. Do not think that if you do not have a really huge amount of group, you are uncool. No, you are not uncool. You will understand all of these things when you will be in your like last year of college. Basically when you're just like growing up. Because when you are fresher, when you're something that is very fresh and out of new, you really think that you are cool. You really think that you're like that bitch. But honey, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're immature and you're acting like a fool and your seniors are looking at you and it's just like she needs to get humbled. And you get humbled by yourself after a few years when you get to know things. Another point has to be everybody that you talk with doesn't really need to be your friend. I talk to everyone in my class, but they are all not my friends. They're my classmates. They're my benchmates. They are my college mates. They're my schoolmates. They're my roommates. There's a different thing. Every person that you meet, talk to, kind of like generally good to talk to, is really not all the times as your friend. I'm not saying that they're bad or you are bad. I'm just saying that friend is something that you make, that you have a genuine connection with, and you get to know them and you get to really vibe with them after some amount of time. You need to give yourself and the people around you some time. Observe, talk to everybody. I'm not saying do not talk to everybody. Talk to everybody. Whether you like some person in your college, in your school, or not, you will eventually have to someday talk to anybody. College group, project, anything like that. You just really cannot ignore anybody. You have to talk with them. So have this connection with everybody. That you talk really good with everybody. You know? Okay, I talk with you, I lay my boundaries, I have my priorities straight, but you're my classmate. You don't really have to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? I lost the count again, but there is another point in my head which is coming right now. Sometimes your respect is in your hands. Whether you are a junior, whether you are a senior, everybody could be like, you need to speak up respectfully. Like, no, mom, I cannot do that, but I would like to do that later. And whether you're a senior, where other seniors are going, नहीं यार senior junior कुछ नहीं होता सब अपने. You have to maintain your integrity of like how other people will talk to you. If other people is like so cool with everybody else, and if you are cool with that too, it's okay. But personally, I decide how other people refer me, whether it's anyone. And that really doesn't mean that you have to be arrogant about it. That really means that you know your position and you know how others going to talk to you. At last, I just want to say this. Listen to these points carefully, and it's all okay. There are so many things that goes unlisted and that I cannot list in this video for you to understand. Time will give all the answers. Time will let you grow. Time will let you understand. Time will let you mature and grow on your own pace. And maybe at this time you will not understand the videos. Maybe you will like, नहीं ऐसा नहीं होता, हमारा तो बेस्ट फ्रेंड फॉरएवर वाला ग्रुप है, या हम तो बहुत अच्छे हैं, बाकी सारे खराब है. You will know. Best of luck. One day you will look at my videos and you will be like, दीदी सही बोल रही थी, केजे सही बोलती है. Not all the times, but I guess it on some things. Bye bye. For until next video, this is your Hey KJ saying bye bye.